Hey folks, thanks for tagging along and checking out this video. You are indeed looking at my feet, so you know this is going to be a lot of fun. I've got these shoes here, these reinforced toe shoes here that I am reviewing. Got another pair of sneakers that I use just kind of for kicking around. I have a size 9 foot. You can see my sneakers here are the same size, so these shoes here are indeed true to size. These are size 9s. They are right on the money in comparison to my other pair of shoes here, size 9. So no issues there. But we do have something of a fundamental problem, as far as I can tell, with these shoes, and that is the design of the tongue here. You can see that it is fully integrated into the shoe. And in all of my years, I have never had such difficulty getting my foot into a shoe before. Now this is the right hand shoe, and with a ton of effort and a little helping of pain, I can indeed get my right foot into this shoe. It's not pretty. I'm not going to try it now. It's just not fun to do. I cannot get my left foot into this shoe. There is not enough flexibility in this design. The pull tab in the back of these, I thought maybe if I can grab the tab to help work my foot in there. These pull tabs, I can't even get my pinky won't fit in that pull tab. There's not enough to grab onto to leverage this shoe on. They're just absolutely awful to try to get onto my feet. So that's something of a fundamental and basic flaw in these shoes. And let's face it, they're supposed to go on your feet, so they shouldn't be that difficult to get on there. Size 9 foot down there, and for as long as I've been on this planet, as far as I know, I have a normal size 9 foot. There's nothing abnormal about the shape or anything of my foot. This is just the only pair of shoes that I cannot get my foot into. So, at least the left shoe, I can't get my foot in there. The right shoe, it took me a ton of attempts to get my foot in there, and it did not feel good trying to get my foot in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the tongue material here. I'm going to cut back like an inch or so I can get these tongues to flex open a bit. I'm going to cut that side, and I'm going to cut an inch of material on this side as well, so I'll be able to get my feet into these shoes. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these, wear them around a bit. I can already tell you that I do like the soles on these shoes. I got these for wearing in my workshop. These are kind of carpeted mats right here, but over there, right over there, this is kind of a vinyl, industrial vinyl flooring. And the soles on these shoes, just using my hand like this and kind of putting them on the floor, on that vinyl floor there, the soles on these shoes are super tacky on hard and smooth surfaces. They really grip like nobody's business on those surfaces. So I'm pretty impressed with that just on a cursory level, but I'm going to go ahead and cut these so I can get them on my feet, and I'm going to wear them some more, and I'll come back and tell you what I think. Thanks, folks. And I am back after having made my custom modifications to these shoes so that I now actually can get my left foot into that shoe. And you'll see basically I have cut the tongues so that I have more space to work with. We'll see how long that holds up, but that is what I had to do to be able to get my feet into these shoes. I have been wearing them now in my workshop, and I have found that the traction with these soles is excellent on the solid, smooth surfaces like the vinyl industrial flooring right over there. So fantastic traction on solid, smooth surfaces. And you'll see, obviously, we've got all of these cuts and cross cuts, just like sight beams on a good tire. But you also have lengthwise valleys on these shoes. They run the full length of the sole. So this is one, this is the second, this is the third, and here is the fourth. You can kind of see the high points here. This is a peak, that's a peak. There's one right there, and then the two outside edges are peaks as well. So these are nicely designed for those solid, smooth surfaces to give really good traction. That's what I am experiencing here. There is a removable insole with these shoes. There's really not much to these insoles. There is very little padding or cushioning with these whatsoever. And for that matter, there is very little, if any, cushioning in these shoes at all. Moreover, you don't have any arch support in these shoes. These things are as flat as a 2x4. So if you need a shoe with arch support, you are not going to get any with these shoes. I prefer shoes with arch support, but for kind of puttering around my workshop, I can deal without it. But otherwise, I want shoes with arch support, and these don't have any. They do have that composite toe, and the shoes overall are quite heavy for their size, probably due to that composite toe. And you do have some pretty hefty material on these soles as well, and I think that adds some weight to these. They are moderately comfortable, I would say average. So they're not uncomfortable to wear, but I would just prefer cushioning with that insole. I would prefer arch support, and I would prefer some cushioning in the soles as well. But that's not to be with these shoes. So overall, what do I think of these? They're currently going for about $34 and change. I don't like the fact that I had to cut the tongues to be able to even get my feet reasonably into these shoes. So that's a pretty bad start with these shoes. Overall, maybe for you, they might fit better. Maybe you can get your feet into them easier than I did. If you can, that's great. But for me, overall, given what I've experienced here, I don't think these can really go above 3 stars for a rating. And I will leave it at that. I hope that helps, folks. Thank you and take care.